That's class, isn't it? Isn't that class?
It is.
It just gives off class. Sacha Distel is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Sacha, good morning.
Good morning, bonjour.
Listen to that voice already. Listen to that. Look at the ladies out there. Sacha, look at the effect you have. Look, they're falling over.
That's the morning voice.
Well, that's very good. I don't have that. Hey, this album sounds great. What a nice combination of voices there as well, you and Dion. How did that come about?
Well, Dion and I have been friends for years and years. I kind of gave her a hand when she first started, with those beautiful Burt Bacharach songs.
Wonderful songs,
of
yeah.
Their career, actually. Walk On By and Don't Make Me Over. And she came in Paris and she played in one of my shows at the Olympia Theatre in Paris.
And was this when you were singing or just doing the jazz guitar?
Singing.
Yeah.
And ever since, we stayed friends and we worked all around the world together.
Well, what a great choice of song as well. Now, this new album is called Sacha Distel, When I Fall in Love. So it's, today, if you're at home and you haven't got someone a Valentine's gift, sneak out now. Say you're going to get some petrol in the car, go to the record store, ask for Sacha Distel, When I Fall in Love. Bingo, you're sorted. You're going to see like the most thoughtful person in the world. That's good advice, isn't it, Sacha? So he's happy now.
I'm talking like you now.
Yeah, well, we're confiding in people. Some great tracks on it, some great... And you chose all the tracks yourself, or was this a kind of you decided with people what would work?
Actually, the whole story started when I played the part of Billy Flynn in Chicago 2 years ago here.
That's right, you over here.
In London. Yeah. And I was very often asked to do a television show, and the show said, well, would you sing a song? Yeah, where's the band? There's no band. So I have a friend in this country called Sir Martin Taylor, who's a great Scotsman guitar player, wonderful guitar player. Used to play with Stephen Grappelli and people like that. And I was always asking Martin, would you like to come and do the show with me? And just the two of us who would do the song. I was playing a little bit of guitar myself. Yeah. And we enjoyed it so much. So we ought to do an album like this. So when I got back to Paris after finishing playing Chicago, we just decided to do the album, and just three guitar players, including me and a bass player.
Yeah.
And we recorded 14 songs in 2 days.
Wow.
Then we thought it was maybe a little bit too intimate, even for St. Valentine's
So that must
Day.
have been quite a small sound, quite a spare sound.
It sounded a little bit like we were playing in our living room, actually.
Which is not a bad thing, though.
No, which is not a bad thing, but it was maybe a little bit too jazzy, not enough for a bigger audience. And since I hadn't been releasing a record in this country for quite a while, we decided to make it a little bit more ambitious, a little bit bigger. So we added a symphonic orchestra to it, and we went to Sofia in Bulgaria and used the National Bulgarian Symphonic Orchestra on top of our jazz quartet.
But it sounds lovely. These songs, though, I think really, I'm sure they sound nice when they're reduced down and when they're played in a kind of small, intimate way. But when you do have the strings come in, they really work, don't they? I mean,
it really makes it, like your shivers come on.
Is it more fun performing live when you have that kind of backup, though, when you have an actual orchestra with you?
Well, actually, I cannot tell really, because we recorded the voice live with the quartet, and the strings only came later. But doing it on stage as I do it now, I mean, it's really like.
I'd love to see you do this stuff on stage. Are you going to bring it over here to the UK?
Did what?
Are you going to bring these over? Are you going to do a sort of tour with them?
Oh yes, we're going to try. I mean, depending if. Well,
never mind trying. Let's get it going.
If the album is well accepted.
Well, this sounds to me like you're not answering the question. We want a yes.
I would love to. I mean, I love this country anyway, and I love travelling around here. And
so you live in France, though, in Paris?
Always did. I was born there, and I live in Paris, and I raised my family there. But I mean, Paris here is nothing. Just
now it's easy, isn't it? Of course. Yeah. And do you? Do you miss Paris when you're away, or do you actually enjoy the travelling?
No, I'm practically keep travelling all the time. France, England, America, Brazil, and.
It's strange. I wonder because I was born in London. I live in London. I do love London, but I kind of take it very much for granted. I feel. And when I go away and then come back to it, that's when I appreciate it more, and I tend to see the things which others see.
Same here. Yeah. Same here. I love Paris. I was born there, and I love Paris more than any other city in the world. But, I like to get away from it for a while.
I tell you who I saw in Paris once. Marcel Marceau.
Oh, Marcel. Did you? But he can't sing very well.
No, he didn't sing for me, but I saw him, and that was enough. I went home very happy. No, I don't know whether there's an English equivalent we could arrange for you to see. We're not known for our mime artistes, but I'll try and set something up for you. How long are you in town for this time?
Well, just today.
Are you so you're in and out just for us?
Just today,
nice.
just to see you.
Wow, I wish we'd have got somebody. We could have done a song together.
I'm coming back next week to do different things.
How old are you now, Sacha? Do you mind me asking that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I've decided since I've changed decade very recently, that I was going to add the 2 numbers.
You know what you could do, though?
So I just passed 8 years old.
That's makes no sense. I tell you what we could do is, why don't we give out your age in months? That's what I've decided I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start, kids are like...
Have we got time on the show?
Well, let's work. We'll put a record on. We'll work out our age in months, and then in future you can stick to that plan. No one need know. But you do look tremendous. I mean, you don't look like you're getting on.
Thank you for saying that.
That's fine. I would have said it even if it wasn't true, but it is true. You look great.
Good.
Do you have any sort of... You don't smoke, do you?
I never did.
No, you see, that's the secret.
Yeah.
It's one of them. Do you drink heavily?
I don't drink much, but I live, It's 2 out of 3, actually.
A little red wine every day?
I like, you're right, Bordeaux, a little glass of Bordeaux can't hurt.
At what age, let me ask you, being a man from continental Europe, at what age did you start drinking wine?
I started drinking...
7?
I think quite early.
7, 8?
Maybe 18, 19.
No, they start younger in France, don't they? I've seen kids as young as 6 ordering wine.
They, but not me.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
There are 55 millions of them.
Well, you're representing them today, whether you like it or not.
Well, I mean, since you like me here in this country, I'm very happy about that.
Okay, do you find generally people like the French over here? Because we seem to have a love-hate relationship with our nearest neighbours, don't we? And I know the French seem to feel the same way about us.
It's always that entente cordiale business,
We can't live with you, we can't live without you.
Exactly.
Let's put another track on. We'll chat to Sacha some more after this. That's the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I am 516 months old, or thereabouts.
16?
516.
516.
Sacha, from now on you must give your age. You're roughly in the region of 744 months old. That's all you got to say. How old are you? 744 months. And then people need not know, if they're prying. Sacha, how lovely to be able to speak French. You see, you take it for granted. But for us, it takes years to learn.
It takes years. I think, everybody speaks English all over the world now, so you don't actually need to speak French, really.
But French, what a lovely language. It is, of course, the language of love.
I mean, you can speak French, but you can speak English with various French accents.
Yeah.
For instance, I could speak French English like this.
Or Chevalier.
Yeah. And then do the hon thing,
It's like he's here with us. Do René from Hello Hello. Now, we're going to play another track off Sacha's new album here. It's called When I Fall in Love. It really is a lovely piece of work. It must be nice for you still to be doing this kind of stuff and enjoying it, I guess.
Well, you think very rarely in my career could I listen to some of the albums I did with pleasure many times after I recorded them. And this one really for me is probably the number one album for me.
What bothered you about the other ones? Was it something you didn't like about what you'd done, or
Well, you always... I'm a perfectionist, actually, and sometimes you record things and geez, I missed that. I should have done it like this. I should have done it like that. But this one really is really so close to everything I am. Jazz music and symphonic music, and beautiful sounds and beautiful songs, and I really love it.
How lovely. That's such a nice endorsement to hear someone speak with such enthusiasm for their work. Next time you come over, Sacha, I'm going to ask you to come on. Would you bring your guitar with you?
Yes, with pleasure.
Because
with pleasure.
I didn't realise, but you are one of the foremost jazz guitarists in the world.
I've done that in my early days, but I don't practice enough, to tell you the truth.
Well,
I'm a little bit lazy.
I'm learning the piano, and I thought maybe we could do a little thing together.
Well, I won't be, He's a virtuoso jazz player.
Well, no, because he can fill in the gaps.
Well, actually, I started playing piano, learning piano for 6 years.
I'm on piano.
Yeah, okay.
Never mind it. You're on guitar.
I'll be on guitar.
Getting all stroppy. How French is that?
I won't argue with you. Fine.
Okay, well, you just bring the guitar over, okay?
Je suis d'accord. Ça va, très bien.
Whatever, exactly. Son bien tonton. Now, Sacha, we're going to play from the album. It's My Funny Valentine, I think is the track we'll play next, it being Valentine Day.
Yeah, there's a lovely guitar intro by Martin Taylor.
Not by you, Martin Taylor's rubbish compared to you.
Well, and then I might sing a few notes.
Good. This is When I Fall in Love is the album, Sacha Distel. Sacha, before we put this on, could I ask you for just a few words encouraging lovers everywhere outside in that inimitable style of yours?
Love is everywhere.
A bit more, please.
Love is everywhere.
And maybe just finish it off now with
My Funny Valentine.
Well, it wasn't what I had in mind, but I suppose it'll do. Sacha, thank you so much for coming in.
This is pleasure.
Sacha Distel.
Have a nice Valentine's Day, all of you.
That's it. Well, that's lovely.